Derick Dillard sure does love being the worst, right? He's always been, well, he's never been that great, but for the past few months, he's really been trying to be just awful. For some reason, back in August he decided to publicly attack Jazz Jennings, a teenage girl who also has a show on the TLC network. He did this because Jazz is transgender, and he felt, and still feels, we're sure, that he had the ability and the right to announce to the world that being transgender is not a real thing. What an oxymoron. A reality show which follows a non-reality, he tweeted. Transgender is a myth. Gender is not fluid, it's ordained by God. Or maybe Jazz knows herself better than Derick knows her. Could that be possible? When he started getting some backlash for his dumb remark, he doubled down on his ignorance, writing, I want to be clear. I have nothing against him. I only have issues with the words and definitions being propagated here. Except Jazz isn't a him, she's a her, and if he really wanted to take issue with words and definitions, perhaps he shouldn't have called a sweet girl he doesn't even know a non-reality. A few days after that, Derick seemed to reference the situation yet again, tweeting, it seems the truth is relative these days. So glad my God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. His word is always perfect. Hebrews 13. Since then, he's been retweeting transphobic quotes. He's been supporting a boycott of Target because of their policy of letting transgender people use the correct bathrooms. And last month, he went after Jazz again, tweeting, I pity Jazz, for those who take advantage of him in order to promote their agenda, including the parents who allow these kinds of decisions to be made by a child. It's sad that PPL would use a juvenile this way. Again, nothing against him, just unfortunate what's on TV these days. His obsession with Jazz is so bizarre, and given that she is a child, it's extra inappropriate. And considering the fact that she's a child who also happens to technically be a co-worker of his, it's no wonder TLC kicked him to the curb. Shortly after that last tirade against Jazz, TLC tweeted from their official account that we want to let our viewers know that Derick Dillard has not participated in Counting On for months. The network has no plans to feature him in the future. We want to reiterate that Derick's personal statements do not reflect the views of the network. TLC is proud to share the story of Jazz Jennings and her family and will continue to do so. So that seems pretty clear, right? TLC obviously didn't appreciate Derick's words, and so the Dillards are gone from our televisions. And not a moment too soon. A few days after that, Derick addressed the issue, again on Twitter. He wrote, thank you to all those who have supported us and given us so many words of encouragement recently. God bless you all. But this weekend, he's been sharing a bit of a different view. For some reason, he decided to tweet the link to a story that was published last month, one about his firing. Unbelievable what's considered newsworthy these days, but then again, this is how I first heard that I was fired, he wrote. For the record, I was never fired. I just felt it best for my family to cut ties months ago, as we are heading in a different direction. Oh, okay. Sure. Someone replied, mocking him for thinking that people would actually believe that he quit the show that surely paid him a nice salary for doing next to nothing. Think again, Derick responded. I only left my accounting job because I was offered a missions job with SOS. And yes, we were commissioned missionaries, endorsed by our church. Please be careful where you get your information. There's a lot of garbage out there that has no fiber of truth. Is he trying to say that TLC didn't pay him for appearing on Counting On? That he's been living as a humble missionary all these years, just getting by with his church's endorsement? Not even a word of thanks towards all those poor fans who have donated money to him? We'd ask this guy to get it together, but let's be real, there's really no hope left for that, is there?